The AfriOne Show, voice of a new tribe, where the Afropolitan spirit rises as we come together to rebuild Africa, Nigeria, and its marketplace, empowering its people and the diaspora with everything they need. Together, we form a new tribe, creating opportunity and access to markets, driving reinvestments, fostering collaboration, and working to elevate and one another with proven solutions. A true revival in Africa is possible, despite the challenges, though through intentional development that drives innovation, delivers mutual benefits, and inspires a culture of ownership for Africa and Africans. The time is now to unite, innovate, elevate with the Afropolitan Apostle, Darlington Steve, on the AfriOne Show, voice of the new tribe.
Hello, family. Welcome again to your show with your host, the Afropolitan Apostle, known as Darlington Steve. This is the AfriOne Show, and please, if you know that you have not subscribed to this very particular show, I want to encourage you, please click the subscription button and make sure that you follow us on all our social media platforms. They're all simple. It's just known as the AfriOne Show, which means it's Afri with an O-N-E. So replace the C-A-N with O-N. Yeah, you're good. That's why you're here. So please make sure that you subscribe and also follow us on all our social media platforms. Today, we're going to be having all things business talk with my guest that is currently seated right now. He's a phenomenal man that I have come to love, but very hard to get. I have to say that. You know, when the camera is up, I expose people. Very hard to get. You don't understand. I've been pursuing this man for the past, how many months now? confess. Yeah. How many months now?
3 months.
3 months. And they say Tinubu is very hard to find. So this thing happened from ground upward. So I've pursued him, but very good at his job. And so today we're going to be talking about all things business, scaling, innovation, AI automation of things, because he was saying something to me behind the scene. Don't worry. I'm not sharing with you. He will say it by himself. But this one, he was saying things that is very interesting to me. And please, I want to encourage you, this very particular show, listen to it to the end, because you might be getting some certain ideas that can help your business for it to be automated properly. And so without further ado, so that I don't delay the conversation, so that we can get straight into this, please join me. Welcome, Mr. Diran. How do I pronounce it properly?
Yeah, Diran.
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 Okay. Mr. Diran, thank you for coming to AfriOne Show.
My pleasure.
All right. And so he's going to be talking to us about all things, like I said, business and automations, and also the ability for you to scale your things. He's also a brand specialist, which is very interesting for me. And I just choose to believe that the way Nigeria is currently is, he can be able to explain to us why the brand of Nigeria, literally, the moment you drop your passport at the airport and they see green, you have lost a visa or you're about to be deported and have branded. Thank you so much one more time for coming.
Thank you very much.
All right, for those who are meeting you for the very first time, in your own way, of course, I know that, yes, I have your own profile and stuff, but in your own way, who is there?
I'm a very simple man.
I can see that's why we're wearing t-shirt.
Well, the t-shirt thing is that I don't like stress. I don't like
I think it's an IT thing for you. IT.
Sometimes, you just wear, like, we wear shirt and we have to fold the hands. You wear kaftan, you have to fold the hand. You have to fold it because somehow it just feels like a body.
So that's how you IT.
That's how I think about it.
So you don't want to say IT.
I don't like things that stress me. Okay. So 247, you see me on jeans and sneakers and t-shirts.
Okay.
Except I'm going for a wedding, of course. So why is
wedding different?
No, so that I will not look. I will not look strange.
You don't want to look strange. You still want to bring.
Before they will think I'm one of the bouncers.
Okay, that's all right. What do you do, and currently, what are you working on?
Currently, do we start from currently or what I do?
What do you do first?
So I do a lot of things.
Okay.
I'm an entrepreneur. I'm into tech. went branding, strategy, training, leadership, growth, AI automation, content strategy, the list brand strategy. The list is plenty.
This is plenty.
Yes.
But indirectly, is it safe for me to say you are on the IT of things kind of work?
Yeah, you can generalize that under IT.
Exactly.
But okay, the journey has been, different things at different times. Yeah. At a point in time, I was a I was a creative guy. I was working as a copywriter for an advertising agency.
Okay.
My background is cinematography, and then moved from there into full tech. And then the story it keeps evolving. So cinematography moved into animation, 3D animation. I remember my first introduction to animation was a guy, Mr. Allen from South Africa.
Okay.
And he came to Nigeria, I think to visit a friend of ours, and then we were talking, and it was like, are you guys into animation? And we saw, I'm organizing a short 2 weeks training for introduction to Blender at that time.
Okay.
Blender is still an open source software, but it came and blew my mind. That was it. And then after the 2 weeks training, I came out as the best in the class. After the 2 weeks training, I decided to delve into branding.
Okay.
Using animating logos, for, companies, corporate branding, things that were not used at that time.
So why? Because that's the thing I wanted to ask in my head. That okay, why were you at that very particular space, knowing that they were not readily available to be used?
Because most of, and at that time, I'm talking about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
At that time, Nigeria would outsource any kind of animation at all to South Africa.
True.
Or to the UK. That's how it's done in the country. So if you get top brands from the banks to the telecoms, they all outsource to.
So you were just putting a date on yourself to say, okay, if I can
yeah, so okay, if we can do this. And then I got a couple of companies.
Yeah.
The thing there is the industry keeps evolving. So, for instance, one of the setbacks for us in this country is that access to technology is always very expensive.
Okay.
So, as creatives at that time, you find it very hard to get the latest hardware or the latest software. And if you must get it, you spend a whole lot. And then 3, 4, 5 months down the lane, a new version has come up. So with new features, to get to work and all of that. So the only guys that, were moving with the trend were guys from Lagos, because of course, Lagos, is like the hub of the country when it comes to creativity. So, and for us in the North, I'm talking about, being shuttling between Jos and Abuja here. It was very difficult for us.
From the way you were talking, I think one of the things that I want to get to pick your brain on is Nigeria seems to be able to push themselves in a survival kind of mode. Because, for example, with your movement that you have made and all of that thing, why is it that Nigeria literally, even up till now, obviously, family, I'm still trying to, like I said, I'm still trying to spell the J-A. I can spell ABU easily, but see, J-A is not coming to make it Abuja in full. So, why is it that a survival kind of mindset has been shot into the average Nigeria? What sponsored that very particular reality?
Well, I think we're just born into it. Our parents, yes, it's an inheritance for Nigerians.
Wow.
Yes, it is, and I will explain.
Okay.
Nothing is given to you on a platter of gold in this country. Education, work. Look at the job space, for instance. How many people graduate from the university year on year, and everybody is coming back to the job market?
Okay.
Nothing.
So you just have to survive.
You have to survive from From the moment you are born into this country, you have to survive. You have to survive. There's a lot of resources, yes, but
Not filtering.
it's not for everybody. There are systems that have been created to limit these resources. For instance, education.
Yeah.
Developed countries will provide education for free to a certain age.
Yeah.
Here, how much are we paying for our 2-year-old that is in preschool?
When I saw the price, I'm like, to just go and
Exactly.
sleep.
That's like your entire tuition before now.
Okay.
It's even more than your entire tuition to go to university and back.
In Nigerian business at the moment, what stops the Nigerian average business? Because now this is where we begin to peel the reason why I decided to invite you. What stops the average Nigerian business from scaling?
They lack plans.
Okay. You can't say they plan, and that's how they
No,
start the
you
business
see,
now.
like I said to you, a lot of people will invest in ideas. They don't invest in plans.
A lot of people will invest in ideas.
So, for instance, I want to start a manufacturing company.
Okay.
I'm just probably driving on the road, and then the idea hits me. And then the next thing is either I meet a consultant to build a plan for me that I will never read and execute, or I find investors that can invest into it and design a pitch deck that I will never implement. That is it.
So that has been.
That's why businesses don't scale, because there's no roadmap.
Do you think that the reason why it doesn't scale is not? I hear you say roadmap. Don't you think it's an offshoot from the system that is currently in Nigeria?
It's not the system, it's the individual. People lead these companies. If you don't define the culture, if you don't build the system, there's no way you can expect people to run with a system that is not built.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm going to do a benchmarking, which is Nigeria and South Africa.
Yes.
It is quite easy for you to be able to start your business, automations and all of that from your registering in CIPC, we call it, you guys call it CAC here, to in less than 48, maximum if you are sleeping that day, 72 hours. You can get your business registered, bank account, and all of those very particular things, down to the point that if you want to also apply for funding and all of those things, that's why I say if you are sleeping 72 hours, but in 48 hours, you're guaranteed to get it. That's a system that has been provided by the government of South Africa. You bring that to Nigeria, because now I'm trying for me to be able to understand the place wherever you say is the fact that people invest in ideas and not plan. And the offshoot of that, you said, is a problem of systems.
The systems.
Now, the system that the government has not been able to produce for the people, like I've just explained with South Africa, don't you think is the reason why the plan is not literally unfolding?
Okay, for instance, look at education.
Okay.
The education being peddled in Nigeria is 60 years old. Yes.
Okay,
all of our universities, the curriculum is 60 years old.
60 years old?
Yes. You have to, literally, if you travel abroad, for instance,
okay,
you can't tender anything that you've gotten from this country.
Wait. You know, that statement is still not going.
It's 60 years old. Check it.
60
years old.
And the country is 65 now?
Yes.
No wonder Nigerians jackpot.
Exactly.
Because the curriculum has been wired to make you jackpot.
So
that's the first time America.
People that are scaling are just creating products that can be consumed.
Okay.
And what we call scale sometimes is just, I start this business now and I have branches all over. But internally, check it. Why is it that when the founder or CEO of the business or the owner of the business dies,
the
business dies?
True.
That is where you know if it's a system or an idea.
So founder of business dying, it's a product of knowing to whether there is no system.
Exactly. Give it a year, maximum, it dies.
Okay. Branding. Because I'm going to be playing based on the profile that...
But I also want to respond to the 60 years
thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Education in Nigeria is 60 years old. That's why if you carry your certificate from Nigeria and you want to work in South Africa, they will tell you to go back to school.
No, they do that too. They ask you to do. They have to evaluate your certificate to such
Exactly.
a point.
Why is that? But if I school abroad and I come here, they, who is going to evaluate me?
No, but funny enough, let me even say this as I cracked joke. I was shocked. I'm going to say that. And I don't want to mention the name of this lady. She came into South Africa, I remember very well, and she studied. I think she studied at the Merlin. From there, she couldn't finish at the Merlin, so she jumped to Boston. And now I'm talking about college. Hey. The next minute she finished, and that is literally a 1 year, 6 month course in college, equivalent to lesson, stroke, let's say
a diploma.
Exactly, diploma. Let me use that. And the next thing, by the time she got back to Nigeria, she was an MD of it. Can you get?
Do you understand? And that is the function of the system. We will validate anything that comes from abroad.
Superior than.
We believe it's superior. If a white man comes here, whether he's a prisoner, is a whatever, as long as he's well dressed and he drives an SUV,
case closed.
that is it. You will open the gate. Welcome, sir. Naturally. So that mindset, quite a number of people will dispute it. Some people will argue it, but it's the truth. Naturally, we are subservient to people that are of a different color. Naturally. And that's why education, the basic thing, let's not even extend it to other sectors like the health system. Let's not even extend it to the real estate market. Every single thing, if you look at it properly, we tend to peddle rubbish. Excuse my English.
No, it's okay. This is AfriOne.
We tend to peddle rubbish. And mediocrity. And that's why companies are not scaling. Because if I'm working with a 60-year-old strategy, how do you expect me to be able to scale? Nigeria has almost every household now, you find an entrepreneur there.
True.
From somebody selling on the street to a woman that has a small table that's selling what's it called?
Mango.
Beverages or mango or anything on the road. Everybody has hustle.
Okay. The thing there that is on my head that I obviously still, because I know part of the thing also you're in the innovation space of things. Why is it that an average Nigerian school, especially when you want to look at a school that seems to be of a standard?
Yeah.
This is my observation that I popped into the country now. You always have a lot of American curriculums and British curriculum in your average school in Nigeria. What's the problem?
It's the same thing I just mentioned. We believe it's superior to what we can develop here.
Because I think most times when my driver is driving me, I look at some Sunday school, I say British. I'll say, let me just use my name, Darlington, Montessori, British.
That is it. The British is just to sell that, look, this is what it is. And at the end of the day, you just find out that it's just, they just teach you, what's the word now? Yeah, they just teach how to speak English, how to pronounce vowels and consonants. And, that's just it.
Talking about vowels and consonants that you're talking about, I think I was laughing because a Brekete guy, my driver liked playing this Brekete guy family stuff. So, family, I used to just ignore the thing. So, there was one day, let me just pay attention to listen to what this guy is listening. And it was actually uninteresting. So, today, the guy was attacking the Minister of Education. Where he says, apparently, I think the Minister of Education came up with a word to say broken English. I mean, any vernac should be do away in school. You just have to be quaint English. So this Brekete man, the man was livid. It was like in China, they learn physics in their language. In Dubai, they learn this in their this and all of those things. And which I agree. Now, I say all of this because I want to come to the point. How do Nigeria, okay, let me even rephrase the question. Do you think that Nigeria at the moment where we are sitting now have a branding problem?
Yes, we do.
What are the problems that is Nigerian?
First of all, before we even talk about the branding problem, we have to look at one. When it comes to branding, you talk about the image.
Okay.
And we have a reputation problem currently. That's why from the airport, you are already a suspect. Anywhere in the world, we have a reputation problem. Are there corrupt people everywhere? Yes. Are there criminals everywhere? Yes. Are there drug lords everywhere? Yes. But why is Nigeria peculiar? Do you know why?
Why?
There is no reputation management in this country.
So you guys don't have what we call brand SA in South Africa? That
Nothing.
brand.
We have ambassadors, yes.
Ambassador
but
what? Just ambassador.
Ambassador of
no, but
whatever.
Ambassadors are the ones who just represent your countries in those very particular.
Yes, but they represent
just to do big passport and visa. That's what I said.
That's what it is.
But now we're talking about the brand identity image of Nigeria.
We have nothing. Nothing. So, for instance, I'll say this for a fact because it was an idea we were toying with a couple of. So you find people create, oh, this is Nigeria. Like for instance, if you go online on YouTube, you find this is South Africa. They show the
beauty,
best of South Africa.
Yeah.
But what drives South Africa is beyond just the landscape and the beautiful scenery. It's the system. It's the people. There's an orientation being given to a Zulu man from the time you are young to when you grow that you are Zulu.
Obviously.
And there are cultures and stuff being done. If you meet a Zulu man anywhere, proudly, they will tell you they are Zulu.
And they are Zulu and they'll come with the clicks on. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, that's my people.
Why is it that in Nigeria, the moment you get to the border of anywhere, you change your tongue and you start speaking the vowels and the consonants and you're trying to make sense. Do you understand?
I hear you.
It's a reputation thing. And it starts from little things like culture. There's no orientation. It's not passed on. And I'm saying this with a lot of regret because it's beyond just knowing how to speak the language.
True.
It's the mindset that you carry. I am Nigerian. You find few people that can boldly say I'm Nigerian.
It's hard for market too.
It's very, very difficult. And why? Because there's no reputation management. The country is being led by people that I'm sorry to say, they don't carry the country. They carry what the country can give them. So everything is about interest. And that's why corruption, people are hustling. If Nigeria is working, quite a number of people will not go into the vices they are going into. It would be very easy for you to spot it. But right now, corruption is a culture. It is.
Okay.
Fraud is a culture.
I think fraud is what you guys call the Yahoo or something like that.
It's a culture. So the moment you see a boy wearing...
Hookup is also a culture.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to somebody yesterday and I was like, what's this thing with hookup? Is it hookup or follow-up or whatever that
hookup. It's called hookup. And I was talking with my brother the other day and he was like, you can't trust. He's not married. He said, I'm like, get a girl. He said, bro, you can't trust any Abuja girl. Even the ones in church. I'm like, for real? And he was like, real? Why? He said, bro.
Don't go there.
See, in fact, if your sister has been living in Abuja for 5 years, suspect your sister because she may be. This part. She may be doing hookup. And that is the thing. It is, we see skits and there are a lot of skits on Facebook, on Instagram.
Those things frustrate me.
And those things are not, those guys, it's not fluke. You meet a girl and then you find out that this girl, just to be able to survive in this city, has no choice than to prostitute.
I think that was one I saw yesterday night. I was watching it. And when you know family, I have to confess, no, me, I don't lie. I just finished praying. I'm like, okay, let me go check what is happening or anything. And this very particular lady, they're asking her, I think the page, if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to announce the page, so it's fine. It's on Facebook. It's important because I end up going to the Facebook page to go and see and stuff. And I was seeing all manners of single ladies who have literally, when they were talking about the ladies were the one talking about their body count. And some of them were even brave enough, foolishly, to even mention the church where they are looking for a husband. I said, So I think for me, the fear there is, before as we begin to wrap this thing, there is the fact that how then do we begin to conscientize our people to make them understand that brand is very important? And how you put yourself out there will be it's also equivalent on how the people is going to respond back to you.
Yeah. So before you even talk about the country, you have to look at the family. You have to look at the individuals. You have to look at the family. So it has everything to do with our values. It has everything. We project something. A brand projects something. You project your ethos. You project your values. What value are you offering? What value are you bringing to the people? And that is what they carry. So, for instance, if you find a family that values its members, they go everywhere representing the family,
True.
regardless of the resources that is available. And it's the same thing with the country. When you find people that don't really value the country, it's because the country is not bringing value to them. And it goes back to our conversation where, you say, why is it difficult? The country is making, the people in the system are making it difficult for the citizens to be able to represent the country anywhere.
Okay, I think because of my time, we'll be going on the second segment. But the question that I'm going to throw at you as we prepare to go on the second segment, which I'm going to be talking about small business and scalability, and that also includes your automation of things in which you are doing. But before we talk about that and the small business, from what you know about Nigeria, do you think, as you are sitting currently, that if an opportunity is given to you with $100 million, will you invest in the country called Nigeria?
Yes, absolutely.
He's going to tell us more about that, as to why he wants to invest in Nigeria with $100 million, not Jackpot. That's a question that my guest is going to be answering on the second segment. Please, you can use the email and the numbers on the screen for you if you have a question that you want to ask us, or maybe, if possible, you want to talk to my guest after this very particular show it's over. I'll see you just now.
The AfriOne Show, voice of a new tribe.
All right, family, we're back again. In case if you guys are wondering what's going on, there is a lot of conversation. I think that's the thing I like about the AfriOne Show. And maybe I will try as much as possible to start making the team to do the behind-the-scene recording. For those of you who literally want to enjoy the behind-the-scene recording of what goes in, I promise you there's a lot of nuggets that is passed behind the scenes. So maybe I'll create a segment for behind the scenes. So for those of you who will join it on the AfriOne show platform on YouTube, maybe you'll be able to enjoy the behind the scenes because there's a lot of principle. I think there's something you said before we go into the question I asked you about investment in Nigeria, if 100 million comes to your hand, and which your answer, I choose to be corrected, you said yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll go there. But now there's something you said behind on the side where I said you would jackpot. And you were saying something that, why do you have to jackpot after selling everything to go to a country? I just need you to repeat that statement again, especially, and also there's a way you phrased it around understanding your house here, and there is light, that means light is off. Then you go to a new place, the light is off. How do you move and stuff? There's a way you phrase and that. I need that one. So let's just visit that part small. Then we'll go into the real one.
So if you look at the concept of people leaving the country to another country, that's the jackpot thing.
Yeah.
People will literally shut down their lives here, just to be able to travel. And you leave a system and go into a system that you know very little or nothing about. And you will expect to go and thrive in that system. It's the highest level of faith.
It's at the highest level of faith. I think my brain wants to be so quickly catching.
Yeah, it's the highest level of faith. For you to move, it's like Abraham, go to a land I will show you. So pack up and go. That's faith. That's faith. So a lot of people,
the Christian meaning of Japa
is faith. Yes, it's faith. Because imagine that, your house, you live in a house. If I switch off the light, you'll be able to find your way.
True.
But if you go into another man's house and I switch off the light, what will happen to you?
I want my touch light on my phone.
That's the same thing we do. We struggle here. We understand the struggle. We were born into the hustle.
But some people will tell you that life is easier that way.
What is easy?
The system is
Ask them. How many people will actually tell you? Even the rich man. Why is it that? Okay, let me digress a little bit. When they say, Trump is coming to Nigeria, we didn't hear anything from the Senate. Why? Because they have houses there that can be
complicated.
Exactly.
think that's the truth. You said it to dodgy. No wonder they're not saying it. Because
But
houses
they
outside, and they know that
try it.
no.
You try it. You are a senator and you have houses in the US.
And you want
They will deport you and sell the house, and there's nothing you can do.
Of course, there's nothing you can do. And I think that's the foolishness of most of our Senate guys who do those things where you carry our resources from Nigeria and decide to go to a no man's land where a policy literally can make you lose all of those things.
How many of them, even with the money and all of that, how many of them are really thriving? Find out.
And I keep saying this all the time. I think one of the things when I look at these politicians, and I think maybe because of the place I came from, politicians are literally supposed to be public servants. Indirectly, I'm the one paying your salary because the money is coming out from my tax. Next year now, they're going to be imposing on that new, fresh kind of funny tax that is coming in, and all this money will be collected for me to be able to pay you, whether you're a senator, House of Rep, or as long as you're a politician.
Absolutely.
I am the one, and let me say it, me, Darlington, and even all my staff currently, they're the one paying you because 20% of their money. And yet, with that mindset, you still have access to that. Take the resources that you're supposed to use to deploy so that the people can have more resources to even retain you. But yet you use it to go and buy a house in America. I don't understand. Well, I think I needed you to just put that part. But now let's go to my question, which is very important. 100 million.
Yes.
So I didn't say 100 million naira. Neither do I say 100 million pula.
Yes.
I didn't say 100 million shilling.
$100 million.
Dollars, sir.
Yes.
And your answer is you invest.
Yes.
More. There's something
Why?
I don't know.
Yes.
Help me.
Why? The African continent has the market for you to scale.
Such as?
Because things don't work here. There are opportunities for you to make things work. And when you offer value, you make money.
Wait. The African continent, things don't work. No, because you lost me there.
Yes. So, on the African continent, things don't work.
Okay.
Because the systems don't work.
Okay.
And the systems are governed by people that won't make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Because people profit more from chaos than things working.
Then I will now carry my money, 100 million.
Yes.
And put it on that system that is not working.
No. You're not putting your money into the system that is not working. You are putting your money to profit from the system that is not working.
So I'm actually enabling the system not working.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's how it sounded to my ear.
I'm not saying enable the system.
Okay.
Now, let me explain.
Please go deeper.
Say go deeper, Papa.
Go deeper, Papa. I have no problem.
Now, the thing is this. If let's take the health sector, for instance. You have hospitals that
they are Tupperware, that's how I call it. Like, they are not balanced.
They are not managed properly.
It's not just staying.
Hospitals, it's a management problem.
Mm.
It's a management problem. Most doctors don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to the hospital. Sorry. They have to wait, or they have to follow protocol to be able to save your life.
Mm.
So you get to a private hospital, for instance, if you don't pay, or even the government hospital, if you don't pay, they cannot do anything.
Mm.
If I want to fix the problem.
Okay. Because I'm trying to look for the opportunity in this purpose.
If I want to fix the problem, I build my own system. $100 million will give me access to build a system.
Okay.
A functional system that works, that I have absolute control over.
So you will build a management system in that hospital.
Exactly. That works.
What's your possibility of cashing out your profit? Because I'm not going to pour in $100 million and there is no profit for me.
Trust me. Why do we have even foreign hospitals being built here in Nigeria? And more are still being built.
Well, yeah, I think it was my previous nautical guest who was talking about doctors jackbarring from the country because they don't pay them well and stuff. And the concept for me that I'm still trying to understand is how does foreign hospital, like you just said, come into Nigeria and they bring in their foreign doctors and they make money, but yet the Nigerian doctors don't make money and they jackbar.
Even the doctors that have jackpot, how many of them will say they are successful?
Well, you and I know too well that the best doctors in the world, majority of them are from Nigeria.
Yes, no doubt.
Okay.
When it comes to skill.
Okay.
But when it comes to success, How many people are successful?
Define success for me. Let's
okay. What is making somebody, or what will make somebody leave a country and go somewhere else?
Better because the
opportunity.
System is not working,
yes, opportunity. The same system we've been referring to.
Headsmen, Boko Haram, and all of that. Okay.
Now, when they travel abroad, what are they meeting?
None of all the problem that is in Nigeria. That's what they are meeting.
But they are also meeting peculiar problems abroad.
Visa regulations and all of those things.
One, tax. Two, you are heavily taxed. 3, it will take years for them to even they get into another kind of system. Mortgage.
But that mortgage is access to fund that you don't have in Nigeria that the country is giving you. So fair enough, the country will need to also make money from you.
How many of those doctors will actually make money? Will make the kind of money and have the kind of freedom that they have.
The way you are sounding, look as if you are discouraging Jackpot.
I'm not.
I promise you. It's
I'm not.
Me that way. Do you have a problem with Jackpot?
No. I don't. Personally, I believe that if you want to travel on your own terms. Don't travel because you're trying to escape.
$100 million was given to you. Now, this is the thing. What are the 3 businesses you think you can do in Nigeria currently? Because you said you're going to invest.
Training, tech, health.
Training, tech, health. I'm interested in the training. What sector of training? And I'm interested in the health. Because
education
things is almost everywhere.
Education generally, you make money from education. Generally.
In the country that is still struggling for them to actually just buy
data. And that's why I said people profit from chaos. If a system is not working and you bring a solution, you make money.
So are you trying to say, for example, the education side, there's a lot of gap in that?
Yes, a whole lot of gap. I mentioned one.
Okay.
60-year-old curriculum.
So if you want to repair that side, because I'm looking at the opportunity of things, because chances are majority of listeners are watching now.
Upgrade the curriculum so that we can compete. Have you noticed that when you go to school, let's assume that you even do your PhD here, and you travel abroad, you go and sit down with children, people that you are far older than, to be able to unlearn what you've learned, to learn what is working.
Well. Okay, you've said that of education. Talk to me about the healthcare system part, because you say you're going to invest also in health.
Everybody will. Everybody wants to stay alive. We all want to be alive. Now, health. We have a poor health system in this country.
Okay.
Poor health system. If you want the best, in fact, there's no guarantee that it's even the best. So what we feel is the best is that, we go to a hospital, the reception is fantastic. It looks like, your regular airport, you have private wards, and that is what we call the best.
All right. I want to switch now, so that for those of you who are watching, because at this moment, the remaining hours or minutes I have left, now let's talk all things business and money. You are a specialist when it comes to branding, innovation, AI automation of things, and also on the content side of stuff. A startup currently now is looking at you and they have an idea, because you said a lot of businesses get funding for idea, but there's no long-term plans for it to be funded. I'm just paraphrasing, obviously. A startup is watching you currently. They want to start their business and they are struggling in how to turn that idea into reality. What should happen?
Okay, so the first thing you do is moving from the ideation phase to structured phase. You have to be structured, and that's where the plan comes in.
Okay.
So you have to define all the tenets of your business.
But I didn't go to school. This structure you're talking about, what is it?
So that's why I said I was going to invest in education.
Okay.
So education can mean business education, it can mean contemporary education, it can mean education generally.
All right.
Now, if you have an idea and you want to turn it into a business, there are 3 things you will consider.
All right.
Viability.
Okay.
Scalability.
Okay.
And then profitability.
Viability, scalability, and profitability.
Is it viable?
Okay.
Is it scalable? Is it profitable?
Now, I like the 3 you've just said. An average Nigeria at the moment, from my own experience, obviously doing the AfriOne show, both radio and online of things. Ideas, it's free.
Yeah.
How do you help these very particular people to be able to do a proper research on that idea, to be able to understand if it's viable, if it's scalable, and if it's profitable, and what is profit in business? Because just because you buy the plantain chips for 200 naira and you sell it for 500 naira, do we agree that that is profit? What are the things that you have actually factored to determine if that is a profit-making business for you? So I'm asking this question because the average entrepreneur, and I struggle with that every day in Nigeria, how should they be able to see the viability of their business, the profitability, and also the scalability? Knowing too well that I actually want to start a popcorn business. Let's start from there.
Okay, so let's take the popcorn business right now. Let's start from the ideation. You're just walking on the street and then you see probably a place where young people gather. Yes. Yes. And then you're like, okay, let me put a popcorn stand there. I will make money.
Yeah.
It's just an idea.
Yeah.
And then the first thing you do is probably go borrow money to buy the popcorn machine.
Okay.
And then you put the popcorn machine there. And after 1 month, you find out that people don't really like popcorn like you thought.
Yeah.
And that's the typical story of Nigerians. You want to start a business. The first thing you do is, if I put shop for here, people go buy. And then you wait. After stocking the shop, you now sit down, you're waiting for people to just walk by and walk into your shop and buy everything that you have. And that's the reality of businesses.
I hear you.
That's either corporate or small businesses, that's their reality. People invest they just invest in the idea.
They don't invest in the plan.
They don't invest in the plan. So the plan will tell you that, look, what these people you are looking at now, what do they like? Will they eat the popcorn? That's what the plan will ask you.
Okay.
How much of the popcorn will they consume? How much can my machine produce? How long will I need to produce this? What will it cost me to produce this? How do I package it? At what price will I sell? And how do I make something so that I can buy or repay the loan and then think of expanding the business?
For more information, consult your doctor.
So quite a number of people will just sit back and say, I want to start XYZ business. But they will not sit back to say, okay, what will it cost me to build XYZ business? Now, we're even talking about the startup phase.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at the life cycle of your business now, for instance, you know that, okay, yes, when you start, you grow. You grow for a particular limit, and then there's a decline.
Yeah.
Now, the best of companies are people that have been able to understand, okay, when we get to our growth stage, how do we sustain that over time so that we don't decline?
Okay, what I like that. And at the first segment, we're talking about an average business in Nigeria. When the founder dies, the business dies, literally, like you said, chances are in less than a year or so. You just talked now about maintaining that very particular, what you call, progression of the profit that is coming at that place. So that what should somebody who is currently listening, they are at that plateau where things are just, okay, we are not going, but we're just here. And if something doesn't come in, we're coming down.
So that's where innovation comes in.
Okay.
You have to innovate. You have to think of other values that you can offer. Now, the thing is, people's taste, for instance, the popcorn business.
Okay.
Let's assume you are on your growth phase and you're not scaling. You now need to start thinking, should we start adding caramel to it? Should we add coconut to it? Should we add?
Innovation comes.
Yes, that's where innovation comes. So what extra benefit do we add? Sometimes it may mean that you need to change direction. You may stop selling the popcorn completely.
But is that not you giving up on the business that you want to have an idea for?
You're not in the popcorn business. You're in the value business. You're in the taste business. So if you understand it, it'll be easy.
That's a nice one. You're not in the popcorn business, but you're in the value.
Yes, popcorn is just one of the tastes,
I
one of the
actually
things.
change from popcorn and start to selling plantain chips.
Exactly. As long as there's a demand for plantain chips, and that's where innovation research comes in. What if we move this? This is not helping us grow. Our profit is declining. People are not buying what you are selling. And you insist on producing what people are not buying.
Because I have faith.
You want to, that's the jackpot thing we're just talking about.
No, but where do you draw the line between fact and faith in your business?
Everything is anchored on faith. Yes.
Okay.
They are projections. All of the plans we're doing are just projections. No matter how solid the plan is, it's just a projection. You're not living there yet.
Yeah.
You're trying to imagine a scenario where things will work for you. And then that's where strategy comes in now. You now deploy resources to be able to match that projection.
Okay.
That's as simple as I can put it. Okay. So the business, fact, faith.
Yeah.
It's faith that will lead to fact.
Okay, let me explain. The faith is I want to grow AfriOne to a point where it's become $1 billion.
Yes.
The fact is the fact that the economic, the political, and all of the climate change and all of the things that is happening, including Donald Trump and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, all joined together, is making me to understand that, Baba, you are about to be out of business. You are losing money. You are doing all of those very particular things. Where do I draw the line to understand that fact says shut it down? Faith says it's still $1 billion. Where do we benchmark?
Okay, so you have to marry the two.
Okay.
You have to marry the two.
Who is the pastor that will join that wedding?
The thing there about business is you being the best of entrepreneurs, you find out that they see opportunity when things are failing.
True.
And that's a key factor for people that actually grow and scale big businesses. Now, if things are failing, maybe the system is against you, economic factors, security, and all of that, you have to look for ways to navigate all of these hurdles. And they can be navigated. You have to sit back and count, if I'm having an economic problem, you have to literally, how is it affecting me? You have to ask, how is it affecting me? We're talking earlier and we're talking about people just carrying things that they don't have any business carrying
on their head.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you are in the value business, for instance, you are providing a service and you are worried about the economy. You should be worried about how you deploy your service, not the economy.
I hear you.
So by the time you start thinking, yes, we don't know enough. A lot of people run businesses that they don't know enough about. That's where I'm going to.
It's enough knowledge.
Yes, enough knowledge about the business.
Okay.
Enough knowledge about the business.
Do you think an average Nigerian business is just based on just knowledge and not enough knowledge?
Not enough knowledge. It's based on, even the Bible puts it that my people perish because they're ignorant.
I hear you.
And that's like the summary of it. People don't scale because they're ignorant. They're ignorant of the strategy. They're ignorant of the resources that are available. They're ignorant of market. They're ignorant of what they can leverage on. They're even ignorant of the economy. They're ignorant of opportunities.
And even the industry they even play.
They're ignorant of the industry. And that's why quite a number of people, by the time you look at them properly, it's just an idea. And that's why people struggle. If you have a plan, and that's why you leverage on consultants, you leverage on people that understand the terrain, you gain experience, you build capacity so that you'll be able to navigate.
Nigerians, I have a Nigerian entrepreneur, permit me family. This is me. I don't say all because people now can be very emotional on this thing. They have in Nigeria, I noticed that number one, they shy away from mentorship programs in terms of business and scalability and all of these things we're talking about. Number two, they shy also of investing in terms of probably workshops and seminars that seems to be able to help them and ability to pay for services and value. Let me use the word value into their business is a challenge and stuff. In your own way, I choose to believe that you might have been able to experience those things. What do you think can be the bridge to be able to help these very particular people to understand that if you are going to scale and to make something meaningful in your life, mentorship, coaching, consulting, going for seminars, and all of those very particular thing has a major part to play.
Yeah, it's very important. You need knowledge. Knowledge is like the first thing you should go after.
But somehow somebody will say, I want the knowledge, but it's expensive.
Yeah, you have to pay the price for you to succeed. Success, good success doesn't come cheap.
What is price? Welcome to AfriOne Show.
It's relative. Price is relative, but in all sincerity, price is the value you place on a goal.
So it's a perceived value, if you permit me to use the word.
You could call it perceived, but price is relative.
Yeah.
It's a relative term.
Yeah.
I can say the price for my success is $1 million. For another person, it's $10 million. It's relative, just like success.
All right. Back into the business.
Yeah.
We just talked about perceived price and stuff. Somebody currently now is doing a business in all forms, especially startups.
Yeah.
And I've even seen them also on the medium scale kind of business and stuff. They struggle in understanding how to benchmark profit. What are the factors you need to consider in you pricing your product and making profit out of the product? What do you have to consider?
So before you talk about price, you have to look at cost, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, what's it costing me to produce this product? And then what will I make out of it? So if it's costing you 10,000 naira to produce a product, you can't sell it for 10,000.
Yeah.
Usually there will be a mock-up of about 30% on it.
The average markup for the product is 30%.
Yes.
Okay.
30% on it, so that it's also affordable. But in this country, that's one of the beautiful things about Nigeria.
Okay.
You can do 100%. You can do 1,000% on the same product.
So which means the price control, there is no price control.
In this country, no.
No wonder Chinese are here. Now you have
And they understand it.
Yeah.
They really understand it. Before now, we tell ourselves that, Chinese products are like substandard products. But look everywhere. Everywhere, from the t-shirts to the food,
even to the phone,
to the phones, to the toothbrushes, to the toothpicks, to the name it. You'll find Chinese people there. And they understand that there's a demand here. The moment we flood, we have a product, we have a problem. The Chinese, they have a problem of manufacturing, supply. They have a problem of supply. And then here we have a problem of demand.
They have a problem of supply.
Yes.
We have a problem of demand.
Yes. So we consume, they produce. So it's easy for them to sell. They just have to identify
where the demand is.
Where the demand is. If you look at, there's this thing about the Silk Road, the Chinese Silk Road thing. They were talking about how to conquer the world. And that is it. They identify markets and they flood those markets with opportunities, either to take out resources from those markets or provide value and make money from those markets. That's why you find Chinese in manufacturing, Chinese in food, Chinese in mining, Chinese in real estate in this country. They are everywhere.
No, they're everywhere, true.
Chinese in construction.
Chinese in health.
Chinese in health. The same thing with the Indians and the Lebanese. If there are no opportunities, people will not come.
I hear you.
So if they are leaving their countries to come here and we are leaving our countries to go somewhere else.
One of the things that I noticed that businesses struggle with in Nigeria is the automations of things. We're talking about it behind the scene. And I think the proper example you gave me was the ability of me knowing whether I'm sleeping, or yet my business is still making profits. My business is still growing. And how do you want to help an average business, average to meet? I'm not talking about now the Fortune 500 guys and stuff. Average to meet guys in them understanding the place of automations in their business.
Yeah, business automation is actually a new concept in the country.
Sell it to my people.
It's
And that's where your camera comes in.
sometimes when I look at the camera, then a lot will just be flooding your mind.
That's why you need to say the lot in the camera, but you can also look at it. Okay.
So the concept of automation is being able to create efficient systems that can work with very little human input. That's the concept of automation. And that's why artificial intelligence, AI, is everywhere. Where with a prompt, you can generate images with a prompt, you can edit with a prompt, you can do stuff. And as much as people are leveraging on generative AI, which is beautiful, and that's the face the country is, the transition of applying this automation into our businesses is where people like us come in.
Okay.
Where we build platforms and we build systems for you that can work while you sleep. For instance, the concept of chatbots.
Okay.
It's not a new thing in the country, but AI-driven chatbots, globally it's even very new. The concept of workflows. Sometimes we get business emails, we start up business conversations, and
let me just distract you. The business email there. One thing in Nigeria that gets me angry of things is this: a business company will literally be sending you email from a Yahoo or a Gmail and stuff, and I'm thinking nothing costs you to just get a domain name. You've already just said your name is XYZ Consulting. So what are you doing?
Exactly. A lot of people don't see those little things. And that's where the education comes in. Business education in this country is a gold mine. People need to learn. Now, if you meet the consultants, they bore you with concepts and theory that you can't apply. In fact, you get tired. By the end of the training, yes, you get tired because they say, oh, this. Why? People need to understand that if you want to run a business, you have to declutter. Your business is just centered around value. What value are you providing? Do you have enough information about what you do?
Okay.
Can your system work without you?
Okay.
And that's the part of automation.
That's where you guys come into the picture.
Yes. Can your business function without you? So can you take a vacation now and your system will still run? If your answer is no,
you need automation.
Then you need automation. You need to automate your processes. You need to automate your value system. So it could be conversation. It could be providing enough information about your business or your products or your services. It could be responding to queries. It could be solving any kind of problem.
Or challenges, yeah.
It could even be internal, structures like operations or marketing or sales. If they cannot run without you, then you need automation.
All right, family. I think we'll be coming back on the final segment where we're going to be looking about all things Africa in depth and its leadership. But now, before we go, the question I want to ask you that we're going to use to come back on the final segment is this. The AI of things, the automation of things. Do you think Africa, in bracket Nigeria, we are prepared and we have the full knowledge and system to be able to take advantage of this service? If the answer is yes, how come we're not seeing it implemented everywhere? And if the answer is no, what needs to happen? Is it a policy issues? Is it a political problem? Or it's just the fact that the people are just nonchalant, choosing to stay at the old school? Let me say you're stupid, choosing to stay at the 60 years education.
Yes.
I think that one stays in my head. I'm like, yo. So indirectly, now I know why my doctor says my brain is running because it's 60 years. What do you mean? We'll be right back, family, on this very particular final segment, all things business, like I'm saying today. And if in case you have any question you want to ask us, you can use the email that is available on the screen. And also, in case if you want to consult with my consultant for tonight, I mean, this afternoon, it's not 9 to, but if you're watching it 9, then you're fine. This afternoon, I think before he leaves, he will tell us his details and how we can find him so that we can then be able to engage with him properly. Don't get me, I'll see you just now.
The AfriOne Show, voice of a new tribe.
All right, family, if you see I'm coming back with a laugh, it's because Echo of things. You guys know Echo. Echo is the guy who is always behind. And I'm also trying to make me understand Nigeria from his own standpoint. I think maybe we just put it on a chopping block for the first time. As for married, I don't know if he's married. I need to say that. For those of you who are single ladies who still want to apply your CV and co, you can take advantage of it by literally just using a number on the screen. It's actually a cute guy. I think I had to say that. And so, if significant order, if you are at that space, significant order, hopefully is a female, not a male. Because this thing in my country I come from. These things, we don't have a problem with the other side. But Nigeria, I hear that you guys don't do the other side. So I choose to believe. I don't know if the thing is constitutionalized or it's not there. So Echo is a cute guy. Hopefully, the significant others, if you are there, please be better type this thing because I too have a lot of too many single people around my space, so you need to be tied up. So Echo was saying that there's a conversations that we're having, and so we need to talk about it. I think we're talking about the whole concept outside about the entrepreneurs, and I was saying to you that the reason I don't believe that they're entrepreneurs, they are just self-employed. And you were trying to explain something around that side of the self-employed. I mean, what you call the entrepreneurship space of them lacking ideas. So I think I'll let you to continue from that.
Most people, it's not the idea. The concept of the idea or the skill, it's not enough. They don't have enough information about running a business. So you find a lot of people have the skill and then they have the idea, but they don't understand how to build and manage a system. And that is the ignorant part.
Does it mean that the person who is, because I have this process, I think I even have a class, I talk about it on the AfriOne YouTube channel. You can go and watch it. I said the word that is a 5 cadres. I call it the 5 cadres of expertise. Number 1 is the professionals. Mm-hmm. Number 2, and you are going to literally explain each one. So I'm just calling them. For those of you who wants my version, you can go on the YouTube side of things. And if you want his version, he's going to explain his own version now. We have the professionals, mm-hmm. which is the first level of things. You now have the self-employed, the mm-hmm. second level. You now have the self-employed, put in 1 or 2 things that makes it an entrepreneur. From there, you now grow to now become probably a business owner, where you now know that now you have a full business automation and stuff. Then from there, you now graduate to now become a founder of the thing. These are 5 cadres for me, which I call and stuff. The reason why I was having behind the scene before the mic come on about the whole concept of the people literally sitting as a self-employed is because the system and everything they're trying to do is literally a one-man's business and not a mindset of a business owner. In fact, even an entrepreneur is even far because that's 4th to 5th, which is a founder. So which means he's a professional, he's self-employed, he's a business owner, an entrepreneur before you now become a founder. With these 5 cadres and stuff, and somebody listening to us right now, how are you going to help them understand each level and how they can be able to automate themselves to find themselves at the last part, which is a founder? Okay, because just because you have an idea and you found it doesn't mean you're a founder.
Yeah, actually. And that's why ideas die. Now, you call it a professional is someone that has been schooled or trained on a subject.
Okay.
Or a field. That's who you call a professional. The person has garnered experience in that field.
Okay.
And is able to dispense, that skill at will. That is who you call a professional.
All right.
Now, there are professional entrepreneurs.
You're taking it deeper now. Professional entrepreneur. What does that mean?
Now, an entrepreneur is joining yes. An entrepreneur is just somebody that offers value. It could be a product or service at a cost for profit.
Okay.
You offer value for profit. That's who you call an entrepreneur. So you find that you're in business. Now, there are different levels to being an entrepreneur. So you can either sell your own product or sell other people's product. That's where being an affiliate or a distributor or whatever comes into the system. So the ecosystem or the value chain is wide.
I hear you.
But if we will simplify things, there are professionals. So let's start with a professional. You have the skill. That is very important. Absolutely important. The ability to be able to provide that value is important.
I hear you.
Then you get to a point where you now want to provide the value. Your ability to understand the people you are providing the value to is also key.
Okay.
Because if you are selling something and there's nobody to buy,
you've not done your...
You're wasting your time.
True.
And that's why most ideas die. Because they don't understand how to. So you may not have a skill problem, you may have a marketing problem. Some people have the market, but they lack the skill. So you have a competence problem.
Okay, I think I want to pause you there, because I don't want to lose this question, because you will tie it also with what you are saying. How do we draw the line of, I don't have an idea, I have the money, but I want to run a business? How do you benchmark that for me?
It's a dangerous place to be.
Okay, talk to me.
Now, two things.
All right.
If you have the money, but you want to run a business, I will advise that you put your money where your money can be saved. Don't put your money into something you don't know.
Okay.
Never invest in something you don't know.
I'm not talking about investment. I'm talking about
running a business.
I want to run.
So the first thing is
for
this.
example, I like your automation thing you're talking about. I don't have an idea, but I can see that, okay, well, the way this man is saying this thing, blessing money they help. That's all.
Yes.
That's the only, you say you want idea.
So
that's the only idea.
Get information about what you want to invest in.
That's time.
Yes, that's the time. It will help you.
I'm asking this is because I have a lot of emails around this very particular point, and I'm glad we're talking about it so that it helps whoever this person is that is watching currently. An average Nigerian somewhere, somehow know how to get money. I've just come to understand that. I think one of my guests was saying that, do you notice that the salary that an average entrepreneur is, what's called the average salary is receiving is very small, but for a strange reason, at the end of the year, they end up paying their rent.
Actually.
I thinking, and I asked him how. He said because they have to go borrow to pay the rent, and they, for strange reason, they know how to also repay the rent. I mean, repay what they borrow to have a proper rent. I'm like, okay. I did not want to know how they do that part, because for me already, just by saying it, I'm already thinking like, okay, where do you sleep? How do you wake up? Like, I don't understand. I asked that because people are there currently now, they have the money. They don't have the idea. They are passionate about entrepreneurship or business, or probably, obviously not a self-employed side, but on these two parts, business owner, self-employed, and entrepreneurship, and trying to also be a co-founder in a business because they bring in money. How do you want to advise that person? That's your camera.
So the thing is, if I'm going to advise you, the first thing you need is, number one, knowledge about the field you want to invest into.
Okay.
It will be madness for you to carry your money and put into something that you know very little about. It is. It doesn't make sense. Number two, do a background study, which is also
what if my friend?
education.
What if my friend know the thing? Like, you know it.
Okay,
I
so
don't know.
if you know, it doesn't matter. We have to at least know it to a degree. If I'm telling you put money in automation, that's where the big box is and all of that. You need to understand how it works. At least that much I'm going to give you. Before you invest your money, I will tell you how it works. How are we making money? What value are we providing?
Okay.
How do we provide this value? What will it cost us? Like, for instance, in the automation space, you'll be looking at licenses, because we don't have the structure to be able to develop some of the things that we leverage on. So, for instance, hosting. You have to pay hosting fees, just like you would a website.
Yeah.
You have to look at licenses when it comes to APIs.
Yes.
You have to look at platforms that you can integrate to you because you don't have the resources or the team or the brain power or the manpower to build these things. So what you just do is pay those license fees that can help you integrate those things on board. It's a smart way of working. You can't build your own Google Sheet.
True.
Or your own Gmail or your own Google Drive. But you can leverage on their APIs and then integrate it into what you have.
Okay, I think because I don't want to lose the thought of what we're having, the question around the African stroke Nigerian AI of things, its structures, the advantage and stuff. Do you think at the moment that Africa stroke Nigeria were maximizing that rate?
Yes, definitely. Absolutely.
Okay.
We are not there yet.
But the only maximization I'm seeing is people going using Gemini to just pictures and just put oil on their head. Oil on my head.
That's so people are just leveraging on generative AI, for instance. So there are platforms like agentic AI, where you build autonomous agents that can help you run your business effectively. So autonomous agents can be a customer engagement agent, for instance, that can handle queries and calls and respond to emails while you are focused on the core things that make your business grow.
Okay.
Which is forging partnerships and relationships with customers and all of that. Because you are the face of the business. So what AI is doing, it's not taking over people's jobs.
Because that's literally the concept.
It's not. It's enhancing people's jobs. So when you look at, you have employed a customer service officer, for instance, and there's very little, the person can probably speak 2 languages at most. And here is a system that can speak in 50 plus languages.
I don't use it.
So it will also help you scale. So it will help you scale beyond even the borders of Nigeria. You can now start looking at engaging customers beyond.
Outside.
Yes. And you will not be afraid because it doesn't sleep. Your staff have to close by 5.
But this one starts his work from that 5.
It's working 247.
I hear you.
All year round. At a fraction of the cost.
Okay. I hear you. I think also in my head, all of this things also falls down on leadership and the system leaders providing system that will make all of this work, or probably the structure for it. But I think with all of this AI of things and the automation we're talking about falls on structure. From your profile, I get to understand that you do leadership coaching and all of those very particular things. The current biggest problem in the leaders or in the leadership gap, what is it? From your experience, knowing too well that you find yourself around this leadership space and stuff, what do you think is the challenge, the problem that is making
redundancy?
How?
Peddling redundant information.
Go deeper, Papa. Since you say we should put Papa now. Let me put Papa. Go deeper, Papa.
See, the basic, like I explained to you earlier, even the Bible says, my people perish because they lack knowledge.
But these guys are leaders.
Yes. Leaders can be ignorant too. The fact that, let me give you an instance.
Please do.
The fact that I can naturally be a leader because I don't have competent competitors.
Competent competitors. So which means...
So I can dominate that field and be a leader. But if somebody with the same level of resources and lesser experience, but better information, will come and dominate the same market that I'm in.
True. I hear you.
So, are you truly a leader? What qualifies you to be a leader?
That's the question. My next, what gives you that edge as a leader for us to know that? Okay.
So what we call leadership sometimes are just people that time and chance have happened to. And then we call them leaders, and because they have good PR. Yes, it's true. Yes, time and chance.
You don't drop it here. I didn't expect your answer.
Yeah, time and chance.
Time and chance happened to them all. Okay, I'm listening.
They've not done anything worthwhile maybe in their field. Oh, I've been in the banking industry for decades. Oh, I helped pioneer this and that organization and all of that. Is it working? Is it sustainable? When you take them out of the system, will they still be remembered? How easy it is for people to build things in this country, but very hard for it to be maintained.
So which means, if I could hear you, it's easy for people to build, to maintain. Okay.
Yes. And the guy referred to even the nature of the buildings in this country is structured around low maintenance.
Okay.
For instance, in the UK, they build with a lot of wood.
Yeah.
But here we build with cement and concrete. Low maintenance. So they build with in the next 5 years, we're going to, or every day we have to maintain this. We have to polish it. We have to, make sure it doesn't rot. If it rots, we have to fix it.
So the average Nigerian build without maintenance thinking in them.
We don't have maintenance culture. And that's why, even if it's a foreign country, how many companies have come into the country and left? How many companies have been here and they leave? Why? We don't know how to maintain things.
And you say we have an anointing to destroy?
Not destroy, maintain.
Because if we don't maintain them, the thing is depreciating.
Yes.
So, what's going on, get destroyed.
And that's the life cycle of businesses here.
Yeah.
Businesses decline easily in this region.
Before we go back to the question, is this culture. Culture is the biggest problem for me that I have seen in most organizations, where obviously you write all your values and all of those things. Part of it is the fact that we have good working culture and all of those English you put. You read it, but you don't find it in the people. The question is, what's the gap? What is missing? This is me trying to now get your consultant side of things. Okay, what is missing in that place?
They don't understand it.
Well, you wrote it on the wall.
Yeah, writing and implementing are two different things. Implementation, execution is a different ball game when it comes to culture. Culture has to be taught. Beyond it being taught, it has to be seen. It has to be believed before it is carried. It has to be seen. It has to be believed before it is carried.
How then do we begin to help an average? For example, one of the things I call them frontliners. For example, your receptionist and all of those people who manage your phone, the ones you see before, you see the C's and stuff. In Nigeria, let me look at all of you. That department is messing up. And it is annoying. That's one side. And number two, you go on people's website, because I know you're a business consultant and stuff. They put an email there with a phone number. You call the email, you call the phone number. The number you are calling is not available on the MTN network. I say, so why is it there?
And that is the part of automation. Now, people use and building systems. Yeah, people actually, and you remember you asked me and I told you redundancy. People peddle redundant information. They just believe that, okay, what I see, I should just replicate and then I will be successful.
I hear you.
So we have a lot of copycat businesses that are just functioning based on what I can see, but they don't have the structure. Now, for instance, if you're running a business, for instance, one of the things you would do is invest in your people being knowledgeable about your business. And that's how succession can come. That's how, when you are not around, your business can continue. But you see, most businesses rely on the person, the founder or the entrepreneur or the professional, however it is we want to call them. It relies on you. And you don't take out time to empower others. The question is usually, if I empower them, what if they leave me? Why will somebody want to leave you if you are offering value for their time?
True.
If you invest in somebody and you offer them value, why will they seek another opportunity?
Somebody will look at you and say that it's because they want more.
Exactly. So why don't you offer them more? Because you have tied their value to a particular threshold That is it.
All right. And going back to the question that I asked is the whole concept of your pain point about the country, Nigeria. Let's start from Nigeria first. Obviously, with your experience operating from the innovation side of things, your AI automation side, your content, your branding, the IT space, obviously the leadership that you're currently, and also with the organization you work. In a few sentences, it can be the way you want and stuff. What do you think is the biggest pain point for you in all of this? Welcome to AfriOne Show.
The biggest pain point. The ease of doing business.
I understand.
That's the pain point for me. When you have the skill, you understand the market, you have all it takes to succeed, and you still struggle.
You have the skill.
You understand the market. There's a demand for your product or your service.
For your product.
And you still struggle.
And this is where now the concept of Joseph and Pharaoh comes in. I'm Pharaoh. You are Joseph. How do you want to bridge that?
Just like Joseph did. Identify the problem and then offered advice. And then, but there was a part of Pharaoh enabling Joseph to be able to implement. He gave him the authority. No, and that is the struggle. The part of Joseph being enabled, he was given the authority to carry out and manage the solution.
How is access to funding coming from Nigeria to?
It's zero.
That was fast.
Yes, it's zero. Yeah, it's zero in the sense that you meet investors, you meet all of the criteria. In fact, if I would be sincere with
Please
you,
do.
People even have to, just to be able to meet up, you sometimes need to falsify you falsify the things, the criteria. You falsify meeting the criteria just to be able to meet up. They come with, you need to have, I'm a startup, for instance, and I need funding. I'm providing proof from research that this market can give us XYZ. And you're telling me I need to provide you 5 years experience and show you profit. Does it make sense?
It doesn't.
As a startup.
Yeah.
So it's not the opportunity. They just want proof that, if my money goes into this business, then you don't have any business investing.
If you were given the position as a minister for economic development or business entrepreneurship, or in South Africa, let me use the word, you are the minister for small business enterprise, what will you do different?
First, set up an entrepreneurial school where people come and they learn how not to do business and fail.
So your curriculum is how not to do business and fail?
Yes. How not to do business and fail.
Okay.
So you learn things like how to provide value, how to measure and provide value.
You are big on education, from what
I'm big on information, not just education. Okay. I'm big on information. I'm big on research. I'm big on knowing what you're doing. See, it's not enough. We know for a fact that what we have is not enough. And that's sometimes what we call competitive advantage. It's just somebody knowing better than I do.
Yeah.
We operate in the same field. For instance, the cameraman. I may produce better results, or he may produce better results than I'm doing because he has more experience with the tool. But if I give him something else, will he still be able to
do? I'm still on that same media.
Yes. So as an entrepreneur, if I take you and put you in another environment, let's say I pick you from Abuja and I put you in Lagos, will you thrive? Will you?
I won't do me because is it Lagos?
Exactly. So and that is what. And that is what. And that is the kind of information that businesses need. how to thrive in hostile environment, how to provide value even when it doesn't make sense, how to identify opportunities. See, they will weigh you down with theories and concepts and stuff that you will not even remember when you are running the business.
Is Nigeria a theoretical country or practical
Yes, we
country?
are. We're a theoretical country. We leverage so much on theory, but we lack the grit to. When I say grit, I'm not saying we're not hardworking people.
Yeah, I hear you.
But implementation is not a culture. Execution is not a culture with us. Sincerely, an average Nigerian is a hard worker, but is a lazy hard worker.
Even Echo look at you.
Yes. We work hard, but we will not push beyond our comfort zone.
Wait, are you in a different Nigeria? Because in Nigeria, I noticed you guys push your comfort zone.
See, the reason is because you are comparing us with countries that systems make it easy for its citizens.
Yeah, right.
When you compare us with that kind of a system, of course, that's why we will not grow. But when we compare ourselves with ourselves, we know that, oh boy, you can do more. That's why from the beginning I said we were born into the hustle. But even in the hustle, you find lazy people that want to circumvent the process. They just want the profit, not the process. It's just the money. And then at the end of the day, when you get the money, you cannot provide the value. Trust is eroded. The business fails. Then what?
Somebody walk into your name of a company?
Crownworks.
Somebody walks into Crownworks, 9 a.m. They have a business in their brain, idea, whatever the thing is and stuff. What are the process they're going to experience from you, and what would be their outtake? That is you now talking to that potential client.
So first
customer,
thing we ask you, what's your idea? And then we try to find out why this idea. The why is as important as the how.
Okay.
Why the idea will actually help you structure the how to implement it. Now, we are just consultants. We'll only help you. You will be the one running the business. We won't run the business for you. So you need to understand why first. What's your motivation? What's your drive? If you have enough drive, you won't give up on the business when things become hard.
When bomb is coming.
Now we get to the how. How will you provide this value? So we help you identify the market. We help you define the value, create a value system. And then we start talking about what it will cost you to implement your idea by helping you structure a plan. Now, the plan is like the blueprint for your business.
Yeah.
So that when you are forgetting or you are facing a challenge, you will know that, okay, yes, I'm having a sales problem, or I'm having a marketing problem, or I'm having an operational problem. And then you go back to the blueprint to say, I said this and this, or these are the structures for the operations. How do I implement it? And it's all there in the plan. What do I need? So what your business plan, for instance, governs, it governs to the minute detail of the kind of team you need, the kind of people, the qualification of the people you need to succeed. And then you look at your projections, your financial projections and all of that. So these are the things that you come and meet. Now, the advantage with us is that as a startup or as a growing business or even as an enterprise, we can help you organize your systems. So if it's a sales system that you want, we can help you build that system. We can help you build the system by creating workflows, enabling, like creating tools that can enable you run your business effectively.
So an average entrepreneur can literally walk into Crowns with just an idea, and literally they can leave your office with a blueprint, action plan.
And that's what we do. And then the time it will take us, because there's nothing you're doing right now that is novel, that is new. So we'll leverage on research to be able to help you understand your business or your niche, and then see the value, see the opportunity. Because don't invest in a business that you cannot see the opportunity in.
True.
You're even an NGO. Even if you're running an NGO, you still see opportunity. It may not be for profit, but you still see opportunity to offer value. So, and that's why I said it's not enough. The idea is not enough. So when you meet us, we help you refine the idea to see if there's an opportunity and if we can build a value system with that opportunity to be able to help you grow.
How can people find your company? Where is it located?
Abuja, 6th Avenue, Suite 303, Fabuzilo Mall, Gwarimpa, Abuja.
Tell them.
Suite 303, Crown Works, Suite 303, Fabuzilo Mall, 6th Avenue, Gwarimpa, Abuja, Nigeria.
It's in Nigeria. I thought it was in Cape Town.
We don't have Abuja in Cape Town.
No, Abuja in Cape Town. It can be a street in Cape Town.
Abuja Street.
Imagine the capital becoming a street in Cape Town. That's a good insult.
But honestly, and another thing with us is that it's not just business for us. I remember turning down a client last week. And I turned him down because he just felt, oh, I love what you people are offering. I'll pay X amount of money. And I said, no, you can't put that weight on us.
You turned down money.
Yes.
The fact that the person doesn't have an idea.
He has the idea.
Okay.
But he's not willing to back the idea.
Okay.
So he wants us to create tools that will just automate everything and he's sleeping. No. Even though those tools can be created.
Now I see what you say.
So we had to turn it down. Yes.
Lazy hard workers.
Yes. People are looking for things that will just be convenient. The world of entrepreneurship is not a convenient space.
I hear you.
Go and look at the phones. Look at the people producing the phones and producing the luxury items that you're looking at. You are seeing the finished product, but you need to look at the pain that is behind it. Yeah. And as an entrepreneur, if you're not willing to structure that pain, you're not ready.
All right, my brother. I think I'm going to pause here because of my time. And to be very honest, I really enjoyed the conversations. And I choose to believe that if people reach out to you for mentorship, you're available.
Absolutely.
Because I need to ask you before they say, "Sir, you said you asked."
Absolutely.
Hey, let me ask. So when they reach out, and so can you help us with the social media platform apart from the physical address? That's you.
Okay, so our website is crownworksng.com. Crownworksng.com. So it's all of our social media handles. Crownworksng on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook.
Which of the social media do you guys respond fast?
We respond to all fast.
Okay.
All.
Level of priority. Which one is one?
All. One, because we automate all of our platforms too.
He doesn't want to. They know what I'm trying to look for. You see, that's why he's good at his job.
We automate all of our platforms. So if you send us a mail, but if you want instant engagement, just go to our website. There's a chatbot there you can have a conversation with.
Go to the website. This is the first time. Let me just say this. I said, this is the first time I'm having one of the clients. Let me not say first time in Africa, but let me just say in Nigeria, where the person will say, go to the website. The number is...
Yes, go to our website.
Like, okay.
You see our logo on the lower right hand corner, and then just have a conversation with the chatbot. It will respond to all of your queries. If you have special, and then we get notified almost immediately. If there's a need to escalate it to us, a number will be provided for you to be able to have a conversation instantly. You call that number instantly, somebody's going to pick up.
And family, that's how I come to the end of this school that I've just come out from. Me, myself, I have literally learned a lot. To be very honest, especially with the Nigeria ecosystem of things in terms of getting to understand. I think the one day is the 60 years still stays in my brain. The lazy hard work still stays in my brain. So I need to sit down with my team and like, let's not be lazy hard workers. Let's automate some certain things. Whatever we need to automate. So we are coming for consulting. So that whatever we need to automate, we automate it.
Absolutely.
So that Echo can have time.
Absolutely.
And to be able to do other things.
Yes, you can have time to think about growth.
I hear you. But nonetheless, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, sir.
I really appreciate you for
It's
the
my
time.
pleasure.
And when I'm calling you for the part 2.
No, I will come this time.
Take me
You- No, I will come this time.
I'm
I
saying
will
it on
come.
camera because that's me. I put camera so that at least
I will come.
if he decides to delay, I play the video.
I will come. I
No, but
promise.
nonetheless,
Thank you so
for
much,
coming.
sir.
All right, family, that's how we come to the end of this program. Please, I want to encourage you, follow us on all our social media platform, which is currently available on the screen. Secondly, also, I want to encourage you, for those of you who believe in what we're doing as AfriOne, I want to encourage you, please click the join button. Click the join button, join us. Your support is very needed. There's a lot of things that we're planning to do as a podcast and also as a network. We have a lot of high-valued people who want to be able to engage, to be able to give you credible content such as this, that you can be able to sit back at home and just understand that if you want to get Dangote for him to mentor you, you may not be able to get Dangote, but you can be able to get Dangote's content that is available on the platform that you can then be able to use to benchmark. I think one of the things I like so much is Femi Otedola giving us his secret.
His blueprint.
I have read that book. This is the third time. And every time I read the page again, I'm like, how did I keep this part? That was a good one. And which it's a big problem I noticed that average Nigerian business owners, especially at that level, they are not writing their secret. We just think that they got there by prayer and fasting.
No.
And that guy he said it. And so, Mr. Femi Otedola, let your people please reach out to me. I don't mind. We'll fly to wherever you are. Obviously, not London. Because Echo is already looking at me. My passport is ready. Not London. As long as it's Nigeria, no problem. But thank you, family. Please share this very particular broadcast. Invite people, join, subscribe, follow us on all our social media platform. I remain your humble apostle known as the Afropolitan Apostle Darlington Steve. Bye for now, and God bless you. Peace.
Elevate. Let's have the sound of the new tribe. AfriOne for Africa.